So all this talk I've had about Ropeflow, and I thought not even once have I ever given you a review on the ropes that I'm using and why I am so drawn to them. I've been using the ropes from Ropeflow project, and I actually have 3 here to discuss with you, starting with the orange. And this is a 300 gram, and I also have the pink, which is a 440 gram. This is a hot pink. And this one is the premium black 550 gram rope. I consulted my friend who's been doing the Ropeflow for about maybe a month already by that time, and she recommended a 300 gram for my first rope. And I asked her how much is the going rate. I don't want to spend so much over something that I'm not yet so sure if I will like. I'm not yet so sure if I can actually sustain this type of exercise. I did my own research. I looked for some suppliers. I landed into the Instagram of Ropeflow project, and I saw in one of her posts that it was actually a project. She made her own ropes because I think she was doing Ropeflow and she went into a bit of a low phase in her life during all this, and then she realized maybe I can make my own ropes. Her advocacy was that it's not a premium rope, but it does the job. And I kind of like it because when you're starting, you don't even know if it's going to be something you will be attached to, and you don't want to break the bank, especially at this time. I, for one, feel guilty about spending so much on simple things, and I really try to save money as much as I can. Like, there's no job security for everyone, and if you're one of those lucky enough to still have a job, be very, very grateful. So going back to the ropes, I sent her a DM on Instagram and I inquired about the ropes and I asked her how much it is. I was super surprised with her price. She was like around the range of 690 to 720 pesos, half of what I was expecting to pay for. And then she offered me a 300 gram. Actually, the 300 gram rope is not her usual weight. It's just that somebody ordered a customized rope for a 300 gram weight, and one way or the other, one unit just got left behind. So she offered it to me and she asked me, would you be interested in an orange 300 gram rope? Because I have one piece left. And I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I'd like that, because my friend suggested 300 grams would be the way to go when you want to start. And I was so impatient. That time, I was looking for something that would lighten up my mood. I was myself also going through some anxiety. I thought, I can't wait. I'm gonna pay for the faster shipping. That was really not advisable, because if you should wait for her shipping, because her shipping only costs about 80 pesos within Metro Manila and 120 pesos anywhere else in the Philippines. However, you need to wait for about 3 to 5 days, and that's the ideal one. I would suggest that you be patient. When I had mine shipped here in my place using Grab, I actually spent about 350 pesos on the shipping because I really wanted to start my own fitness journey that time. I recommended you go through her normal shipping rates. So when I received this, I was in love. I saw how radiant the color was, and there are blue specks. That detail is just so wild. I mean, I was like, oh, your rope is so pretty. The next day, I tried it, and it's not so heavy, guys. If you're someone who's gonna start your Ropeflow, I really recommend that you start with 300 gram, 330 grams, something like that. So this is really nice. However, if you're someone who is not very active, you can try the 220 grams. She also has those lightweight ropes. When I had it adjusted, it wasn't so hard. Like, I can really do the knots pretty easily. There's no problem. On my day 19, the hot pink rope arrived. Ropeflow project launched a hot pink heavier rope. This is a 440 gram rope. I liked it because, I mean, look at the color. Who wouldn't love this? So fun and so wild. And usually I use this with Blackpink in the background music. It really is heavier. I can see the difference between these two when I'm doing my flow. It's still pretty affordable. From 300 grams to 440 grams. That's a jump that I'm willing to take because I thought maybe it's time for me to level up on the weight. And while I still don't recommend that you go for the heavier ropes right away because you don't know where the rope will probably go or fly when you're still starting, I really don't recommend that you start with these kinds of ropes if you're a beginner because you might pull a muscle or you might hurt yourself. Unless you're very familiar with it, then you can try this. Now, after a few days and maybe when November hit, she introduced her premium rope and I was like, oh my god, this is definitely premium. The quality of this rope is so much different. If the 440 gram had a little bit of tightness when you do the knots, like it doesn't really fold in a way, it's not very soft. This one, you can actually fold it. And you know, when you're using a very heavy rope, I really recommend that you use a premium type because the drops and the whips are just so much fun. And having a heavy rope, there's a bit of a lag when you're doing your turns and when you're doing your loops, that when you're actually following a beat of a song, it actually compensates for it. Like, it's so much fun to have a heavy rope. If you're gonna ask me, have I stopped using my lightweight ropes? No, because what I do, I use a heavy rope to do my drills, and when it's time to have fun, I'm gonna go back to the lightweight. And you can see a huge difference between the ease of use, the ease of movements, and the fluidity of your movement when you practice with a heavy rope. From when I started, I thought I didn't even know if this is going to be sustainable for me. And look, I already have 3 ropes. And I really thought, you know, I'm hooked. I'm hooked with Ropeflow project because not only does it do the job, they come in funky colors and they have an evenly spaced weight system that makes it intuitive for you to actually upgrade from one weight to the next, and also that it doesn't make you break the bank. That's the most important thing. She leaves a note every time she sends a rope, and that's one thing that I missed because I was so excited to open the rope and I missed giving them names. So this one, the orange one, which was my first rope, I named this Diana because of the Wonder Woman feels. Just makes me feel like Wonder Woman every time I whip this into a figure 8. And this one, I call it Lisa because Blackpink. Ropeflow project even thought that she'd probably be risking it if she released these bright colors because probably it's so much harder to clean, but people just love it. I love it. Like, you know, I want a hot pink. So, and then the tip here is purple. And then my premium rope, the black one, I call this Tokyo because money heist. You can use my code LEOCHRIST to get an extra 20 pesos off. It's not much, but it's still 20 pesos off. If you're interested and if you're residing in the Philippines, that you check these out. These are the most affordable ropes ever. I've been buying them because they're very affordable. What I would pay for just one rope comes in 2 ropes with them because it's so affordable, and it really is positioned for Ropeflow. So there you have it. I hope I've given you an idea why these ropes are so amazing and why I'm so hooked to them. I hope you check out their Instagram account. It's at Ropeflow Project, and I'm also gonna give you the link to the Shopee store, and you can use my code LEICHRIS to enjoy additional 20 pesos off. And again, thanks a lot for watching. Please leave a nice comment if you have any suggestions or questions or clarifications, and I'll make sure to get back to you. Again, please stay safe, and if you need to go out, please wear a mask. Thanks a lot for watching. See you again soon. Bye! Hey, hey.